There's an ancient system of wisdom that has been hidden in plain sight, used by the elite, mystics, and innovators throughout history. Once you understand these 7 laws, you'll see reality for what it truly is. You'll finally understand why things happen to you and how to shift reality in your favor. Most people live life on autopilot, but after this video, you'll be one of the few who truly get it. Even modern physics is now proving what ancient mystics knew thousands of years ago. But the question is, are you ready to wake up? Welcome to Vortex Tribe, where we journey into the heart of consciousness, energy, and universal truths. Why does Hermeticism matter? Because everything, your emotions, your thoughts, your habits, your entire reality, is governed by laws most people have never even heard of. These 7 Hermetic principles govern everything: the universe, science, psychology, success. Every action, reaction, and result in your life follows these laws, whether you know it or not. Origins of Hermeticism. Where do these principles actually come from? Who discovered them? And why have they remained hidden from the masses for centuries? The answers lead us back over 2,400 years to the Hellenistic period, where Egyptian and Greek wisdom merged into the teachings of a mysterious figure known as Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus was a legendary figure, believed to be a fusion of the Egyptian god Thoth and the Greek god Hermes. He was a master of alchemy, astrology, and divine wisdom, widely regarded as a foundational figure in esoteric traditions. But if this knowledge is so powerful, why doesn't everyone know about it? For centuries, Hermetic wisdom was passed down in secret, only to those deemed ready to understand and use it responsibly. It was considered too powerful to be freely given to the unprepared. Many of history's greatest minds studied it behind closed doors, while the masses remained unaware. Now, in a time where information is more accessible than ever, these teachings are resurfacing, giving you the chance to reclaim this ancient wisdom. The 3 Initiates and the Kybalion. Fast forward to 1908, and we find one of the most famous texts on Hermetic wisdom, the Kybalion, a book written by the 3 Initiates, whose identities remain a mystery to this day. This book distilled Hermetic wisdom into 7 fundamental laws, universal truths that, once understood, allow you to master your mind, your energy, and your reality itself. Alchemy isn't just about turning lead into gold, it's about turning the self into something greater. This is why the world's greatest minds have studied these principles, because they hold the blueprint for transformation. Now that you understand where these principles come from and why they've been hidden, it's time to learn how to use them. We start with the most powerful principle of all, mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental. Everything you see, feel, and experience starts in the mind. Your reality isn't just something happening to you, it's something being shaped by you. Think about it. Every invention, every building, every work of art started as an idea before it became real. The same goes for your life. Your thoughts create your reality. Your mind isn't just observing the world, it's building it from the inside out. Scientific evidence and spiritual wisdom. Modern science. Your brain has something called neuroplasticity, which means your thoughts literally rewire your brain. The reticular activating system is a filter in your brain that looks for what you focus on. If you believe I always struggle, your brain finds proof of struggle. If you believe opportunities are everywhere, your brain finds them. Spiritual wisdom. Ancient texts say the universe is a mental creation, meaning thoughts are the root of everything. This aligns with the law of assumption. What you believe, you experience. Bottom line, your thoughts aren't just random. They're shaping the world around you. A relatable metaphor. Imagine your mind is a movie projector and your life is the screen. If you don't like the movie, you don't walk up to the screen and try to change it. You go back and change the film inside the projector. Your thoughts are the film. Your reality is the movie playing out. So, if you want a better life, you don't change things on the outside. You change the film, your thoughts, inside your mind. A simple exercise, the thought audit. Write down 3 things you believe about yourself. For example, I'm bad at money, I'm not good at relationships, I always struggle. Now ask, if this belief was 100% false, how would I act differently today? Flip it. Rewrite it as a positive belief. Example, I am learning to be great with money. I am learning to be better in relationships. The more I learn, the less I struggle. Every morning, repeat it as an affirmation until your brain starts to accept it as reality. Why it works. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, so you can train it to see a new version of you. Mentalism is the foundation. If you control your mind, you control your reality. Now let's move to the next principle. Correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Everything in the universe is connected. The same patterns repeat on every level, big and small, seen and unseen. Think about it. The solar system, it looks just like an atom with a nucleus and orbiting electrons. A tree, its branching pattern looks just like the bronchi inside your lungs, both designed to exchange energy. Oxygen for you, carbon dioxide for trees. Lightning and brain neurons. The way lightning branches across the sky looks almost identical to how neurons fire and connect in the brain. Both are electrical networks transmitting energy and information. Rivers and blood vessels. Rivers flow across the earth, the same way blood vessels branch through your body, both carrying life-giving nutrients to keep the system alive. The same goes for your thoughts and reality. Your thoughts shape your emotions. Your emotions shape your actions. Your actions create your results. Your outer world is always reflecting your inner world. If you want to change your life, again, you don't start on the outside. You start within. Scientific evidence and spiritual wisdom. Modern science. Fractals are never-ending, repeating patterns found in nature, like snowflakes, coastlines, and galaxies. They prove that the universe follows the same designs at every level. Neuroscience. The way you think and feel shapes how your brain physically rewires itself over time. When you change the way you think, your brain structure starts to change too. Holographic universe theory. Some scientists believe that our reality is a giant projection, meaning everything outside of us is a reflection of what's happening inside of us. Spiritual wisdom. The Kybalion. As above, so below. As within, so without. This means that the same laws that govern the universe also govern you. Ancient alchemy. Transformation doesn't start outside, it starts within. Manifestation and law of attraction. Your energy attracts experiences that match it. Bottom line, your inner world creates your outer world. If your reality isn't what you want, the change has to start with you. A relatable metaphor. The dirty mirror effect. Imagine waking up and looking in the mirror, but instead of seeing yourself clearly, the glass is covered in dirt and smudges. Would you try to fix your face in the mirror? No. You'd clean the glass so you can see yourself clearly. Now, apply this to your life. The mirror represents the lens through which you see the world, your beliefs, thoughts, and inner programming. If that lens is distorted, your reality will be too. If your relationships are messy, it's reflecting your beliefs about love and self-worth. If money feels scarce, it's mirroring your mindset about abundance. If you keep facing the same problems, life is reflecting the patterns inside you. How you see the world determines what you experience in it. If your inner world is cluttered with fear, doubt, or scarcity, that's what you'll see reflected back at you. Instead of blaming the outside world, clean the mirror, work on yourself, and reality will shift. A simple exercise, the inner-outer check-in. Pick one area of your life that isn't working: money, love, health, confidence. Ask yourself, if my external reality is a mirror, what internal belief might be creating this? Write down one small shift you can make in your mindset or daily habits. Commit to that shift for 21 days and observe how your outer world starts changing. The world isn't happening to you. It's happening through you. Shift within, and reality follows. Now let's move to the next principle. Vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything in the universe is energy in motion, including you. Nothing ever stands still. Even things that seem solid, your body, a rock, a table, are actually made of tiny particles vibrating at different speeds. Your thoughts have a frequency. Your emotions carry energy. Your words and actions send out vibrations that ripple through your life. Low vibrations equals fear, doubt, negativity. High vibrations equals love, joy, confidence. Your dominant vibration attracts experiences that match it. If you want a better life, you don't force it. You shift your vibration. Scientific evidence and spiritual wisdom. Modern science. Everything is energy. Quantum physics shows that particles behave like waves, meaning even physical matter is constantly in motion. Brainwave frequencies. Your thoughts and emotions produce measurable electrical signals that affect how you feel and what you attract. Cymatics, sound frequencies, and patterns. Sound vibrations create geometric patterns in sand, water, and matter, showing how invisible energy shapes reality. Spiritual wisdom. The Kybalion. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Ancient healing. Cultures have used sound, chanting, and music to raise energy and shift consciousness for thousands of years. Manifestation and law of attraction. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Bottom line, your energy isn't just something you feel, it's something that shapes your life. A relatable metaphor, the tuning fork effect. Imagine striking a tuning fork. The sound creates vibrations in the air, but only another tuning fork tuned to the same frequency will start vibrating in response. Now think about yourself. If you vibrate at stress, fear, or negativity, you'll attract people, situations, and experiences that resonate at the same low frequency. If you shift to gratitude, love, and confidence, you'll naturally align with higher frequency experiences, people, and opportunities. You don't force change. You become the frequency of what you want. A simple exercise, the 15-second frequency shift. Pick a moment when you feel stuck, negative, or anxious. Close your eyes and shift your energy in 15 seconds. Breathe deeply. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Think of one thing you're grateful for, or even better, reword the issue to have a positive slant. For example, I never have enough, to I attract opportunities with ease, or I always fail, to every challenge makes me stronger. Then move your body, shake it out, dance, or stretch. And smile, even if you don't feel like it. Notice how your energy instantly shifts. Why this works. Vibration follows movement and intention. A simple shift in body, mind, or focus can completely change the energy you emit. Your energy is your power. Shift your vibration, and you shift your life. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button. It helps me more than you know. Now let's move to the next principle. Polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Everything in life exists on a spectrum. Nothing is absolute. There are always two sides to everything. Hot and cold, same thing, just different temperatures. Light and dark, same thing, just different levels of brightness. Love and hate, same thing, just different levels of emotion. This means opposites aren't separate. They're connected and can be transformed into one another. Instead of seeing things as black or white, good or bad, this principle teaches us to see how we can shift from one state to another. Scientific evidence and spiritual wisdom. Modern science, thermodynamics, heat and cold aren't separate forces. Temperature is just energy moving faster or slower. Neuroscience. Your brain can shift fear into excitement, sadness into wisdom, and anger into passion, because emotions exist on a spectrum. Cognitive behavioral therapy, a method used in psychology that helps people shift negative thoughts into empowering ones. Spiritual wisdom, the Kybalion. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. Taoism, the yin-yang symbol, represents balance, light and dark existing together. Alchemy, turning lead into gold, isn't just about metal. It's about transforming inner darkness into enlightenment. Bottom line, you are never stuck. You can always shift your energy from one state to another. A relatable metaphor, the dimmer switch effect. Imagine you walk into a dark room. There's no on or off switch, only a dimmer. Turn it up and the room gets brighter. Turn it down and it gets darker. Now apply this to your emotions, fear and courage. Same scale, shift your focus, and fear becomes excitement. Anger and passion, same scale. Redirect it, and anger becomes fuel for action. Sadness and joy, same scale. Raise your vibration, and sadness becomes wisdom. Instead of feeling stuck in negativity, turn the dial. Shift your state, and your experience will follow. A simple exercise, the polarity flip. Think of one emotion or situation you're struggling with. Example, stress, fear, doubt, anger. Ask yourself, what's the opposite of this feeling? Now shift your focus toward it. Example, instead of I feel anxious, reframe it as I feel anticipation. Take one small action to shift your state. Example, if you're feeling angry, channel it into movement, exercise, create, or take deep breaths. Why this works? Your brain already holds both polarities. You just have to redirect your focus to the side that serves you. Polarity teaches us that nothing is fixed. If you can feel fear, you can feel confidence. If you can feel pain, you can feel strength. Now let's move to the next principle. Rhythm. Everything flows out and in. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. Everything in life moves in cycles. There is a natural rhythm to the universe, to nature, and to you. The ocean, tides, rise and fall, constantly moving in and out. The moon, it moves through phases, from new moon to full moon and back again. Your breath, you inhale and exhale without even thinking about it. The seasons, spring brings growth, summer is full of energy, fall slows down, and winter is for rest. Your heartbeat, it beats in a steady rhythm, speeding up when active, slowing down when you rest. Your emotions, some days you feel unstoppable, and other days you need rest. Success and failure, even the most successful people go through highs and lows, but they use the low periods for learning and strategy. This law teaches us that nothing stays the same forever. Good times and bad times come in waves. Instead of resisting the lows, learn to flow with them, because the next wave of opportunity, energy, or success is always on its way. The secret to mastering life? Use the rhythm to your advantage. Scientific evidence and spiritual wisdom. Modern science. Circadian rhythms. Just like the sun rises and sets, your body follows a built-in clock, regulating your energy, mood, and focus. Ever notice how some days feel effortless, while others feel like you're moving through quicksand? That's rhythm in action. Seasons and ecosystems. Spring brings growth, summer fuels action, fall slows things down, and winter forces rest. Even your motivation and creativity follow similar cycles. Some days you're on fire, and some days you need a reset. Milankovitch cycles. Earth's climate has shifted for millions of years due to tiny changes in orbit and tilt, reminding us that nothing is ever stuck. Life, like nature, is always moving. Spiritual wisdom. The Kybalion. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. When you understand this rhythm, you learn when to push forward and when to flow. Yin and Yang. The secret to balance isn't choosing one over the other. It's knowing when to switch. Rest fuels action. Expansion follows contraction. Manifestation. If life feels stuck, it doesn't mean you're failing. It just means you're in the pause before the next surge forward. Bottom line, you don't have to fight the rhythm of life. The secret is learning when to ride the waves and when to let them carry you. A relatable metaphor, the ocean wave effect. Imagine standing in the ocean. Waves are constantly coming in and going out. If you try to fight against the waves, you'll exhaust yourself. But if you learn to move with the waves, you can surf them to your advantage. Now, apply this to your life. Feeling stuck? Maybe it's the low tide phase. Time to rest and reflect. Feeling inspired? You're in high tide. Time to take action. Struggling with setbacks? Just like the ocean, the next wave of opportunity is coming. You just have to stay ready. Life isn't about forcing things to always be up. It's about learning how to move with the rhythm so you can stay balanced. A simple exercise. Track your personal rhythm. For the next 7 days, track your energy levels. When do you feel the most productive? When do you feel the need to slow down? Notice patterns. Do you have high energy mornings or nights? Do you feel more social on some days and more introverted on others? Align your actions with your rhythm. Schedule deep work and goal setting during high energy periods. Allow yourself to rest and recharge during low energy periods without guilt. Why this works? Instead of forcing yourself to be on all the time, you learn to work with your natural flow, which makes success feel effortless. Life moves in cycles. Struggle never lasts forever. When you master rhythm, you can ride the waves instead of being thrown by them. Now let's move to the next principle: cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name for law, not recognized. Nothing happens by chance. Everything you experience is the result of something that came before it. Think of life like a chain reaction. Every thought, decision, and action you take sets something in motion. Your thoughts shape your emotions and influence your choices. Your choices direct your actions. Your actions create your habits and patterns. Your habits define your results. Your results determine your life's trajectory. Most people live on autopilot. They feel stuck, reacting to whatever life throws at them, blaming circumstances, people, or bad luck. They think life is happening to them, instead of realizing they are creating it. But once you understand this law, you shift from being at the effect of life to becoming the cause of it. The truth is, you are always setting causes into motion, whether you realize it or not. The key is to become aware and start choosing causes that create the life you actually want. Scientific evidence and spiritual wisdom. Modern science. Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The universe follows cause and effect patterns. Neuroscience and habit formation. The brain strengthens neural pathways based on repeated behaviors, reinforcing positive or negative cycles over time. Psychology, cognitive behavioral therapy. The way you think influences your emotions, which drive your behavior, showing that your inner world is a direct cause of your outer experience. Spiritual wisdom, the Kybalion. Chance is but a name for law not recognized. Everything follows laws, nothing is random. Karma, the universal concept that what you put out comes back to you. Manifestation and the law of attraction. Your beliefs and actions create a ripple effect that shapes your reality. Bottom line, nothing just happens. Your thoughts, actions, and choices set things in motion. A relatable metaphor, the garden effect. Imagine you plant a seed. You water it, give it sunlight, and take care of it. Eventually, it grows into a tree. Good seeds, positive actions and thoughts, grow into strong, healthy trees, success, happiness, and growth. Bad seeds, negative habits, limiting beliefs, grow into weeds that take over the garden, struggles, and setbacks. Your life is the garden. Whatever you plant and nurture will eventually grow, so choose wisely. A simple exercise, the reverse engineer method. Pick one area of life you want to improve: money, relationships, health, mindset. Ask yourself, what current results am I seeing? What's the cause behind them? Identify one small action you can take today to shift the cause, changing the future effect. For example, read a book 10 minutes a day on relationships or finances. Commit to it for 7 days and observe how things start shifting. You are the creator of your reality. Every action sets something into motion. The question is, what are you creating? Now let's move to the final principle: gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Everything in existence has both masculine and feminine energies, not just in biological sex, but in creation, thought, and action. This principle teaches us that masculine energy is action, logic, structure, initiation, focus. Feminine energy is intuition, creativity, receptivity, flow, nurturing. Both energies exist within you. The key is balance. Too much masculine energy, you may become rigid, overly analytical, or forceful. Too much feminine energy, you may feel passive, indecisive, or overly emotional. Balance them. You move through life with power, flow, and wisdom. Scientific evidence and spiritual wisdom. Modern science, brain function, and cognitive balance. While the brain isn't strictly divided into left equals logic and right equals creativity, different regions specialize in certain functions. Logical reasoning and structured thinking often engage the left hemisphere, while intuition and holistic thinking often engage the right hemisphere, mirroring the balance of masculine and feminine energies. Hormonal influence. Both men and women have testosterone and estrogen, affecting drive, emotion, and energy balance. Neuroscience and decision-making. Successful leaders blend logic, masculine, and intuition, feminine, when making impactful choices. Bottom line, just as gender manifests in all things, true intelligence comes from integrating both structure and flow, logic and creativity, action and receptivity. Spiritual wisdom. The Kybalion, gender manifests on all planes. Yin and Yang, the Taoist concept of harmony between active and receptive forces. Alchemy and creation. In mystical traditions, true creation happens when masculine energy, thought, action, and feminine energy, imagination, feeling, unite. Bottom line, you are most powerful when you integrate both energies, knowing when to act and when to allow. A relatable metaphor, the bird with two wings. Imagine a bird trying to fly with only one wing. If it only flaps its masculine wing, action, force, logic, it spirals out of control. If it only flaps its feminine wing, intuition, passivity, emotion, it drifts aimlessly. Only when both wings work together does the bird soar. Now apply this to your life. If you push too hard and don't allow flow, you burn out. If you wait for things to happen without action, you stay stuck. But when you align logic with intuition, force with flow, structure with creativity, you thrive. A simple exercise, the masculine and feminine check-in. Think about your current challenges. Are you pushing too hard, masculine imbalance, or waiting too much, feminine imbalance? Identify what energy is needed. Do you need more structure and action? Or do you need more flow and creativity? Take one step to balance it. If you've been overworking, take time to breathe, reflect, and trust. If you've been passive, set a clear goal and take action today. Why this works? Life is not about choosing one energy over the other. It's about knowing when to shift between them. Masculine and feminine energies are the keys to creation. When you master both, you master yourself. You now hold the keys to the universe, 7 timeless principles that shape reality. The question is, how will you use them? Drop a comment which Hermetic principle resonated with you the most. Subscribe for more educational content that helps to raise our collective consciousness. Until next time.